I will shit on Dave Rubin. I promised a Dave Rubin thing, but first we have to, as a journalist, I need to talk about Chris Cuomo. Chris Cuomo took part in strategy calls advising his brother, the New York governor, on how to respond to sexual harassment allegations. Chris Cuomo, the CNN host, the brother of New York Governor Andrew Cuomo. It's astounding. Obviously, it's completely corrupt and unethical to have basically a political family, a member of a political family, work as a host of a nationally syndicated news show in the first place. That is just an obvious unethical, disgusting thing. But now, on top of all that, this guy is advising his brother. CNN anchor Chris Cuomo advised his brother, New York Governor Andrew M. Cuomo, and senior members of the governor's staff on how to respond to sexual harassment allegations made earlier this year by women who had worked with the governor, according to 4 people familiar with the discussions. Cuomo, one of the network's top stars, joined a series of conference calls that include the Democratic governor, his top aide, his communications team, lawyers, and a number of outside advisors. According to people familiar with the conversations who spoke on the condition of anonymity to describe the private sessions. The calls occurred earlier this year with a growing number of claims that Andrew Cuomo made inappropriate comments or touched women without their permission. Had escalated into a political crisis for the 3-term governor. I wonder if, brother Christopher, come here, Christopher. Listen, I need your help. Not only am I facing this, I know this is anti-Italian racism, but I want to bring out my Tony Soprano impression. Listen, Christopher, I know I got this problem with these fucking women telling me, ratting on me, they're rats. But I also, I covered up a bunch of COVID deaths. The other scandal was he sent, the health director of the state to, or someone in that office to give Chris Cuomo COVID tests, because remember, he did get COVID. But let's hear his absolutely disgusting excuse making about this.
If you'll remember, I told you back in the beginning of March, I can't cover my brother's troubles. It wouldn't be fair. And you got it then. And I appreciate you understanding. Now, today, there are stories out there about me offering my brother advice. Of course I do. This is no revelation. I have said it publicly, and I certainly have never hidden it. I can be objective about just about any topic, but not about my family.
Bullshit.
Those of you who watch this show get it. Like you, I bet, my family means everything to me. And I am fiercely loyal.
You never go against the family.
To them. I'm family first, job second. But being a journalist and a brother to a politician is unique and a unique challenge.
I'm challenged in a unique way because I'm so unique.
And I have a unique responsibility to balance those roles.
How many times are you going to say unique?
It's not always easy. And people can say and write what they want, but I want you to know the truth. How I helped my brother also matters.
Listen, you never go against the family. Never let anybody outside the family know what you're thinking. Guys, keep in mind, during the height of the pandemic, in a completely unethical way, this is why CNN isn't going to do jack all about this. They have not punished him in any way that I'm aware of so far. He was interviewing his brother during the height of the COVID crisis, while Andrew Cuomo was working on his book, right, that he's getting millions of dollars for, while he was covering up COVID deaths from the nursing homes that he sent people to. Listen to this.
I mean, you shouldn't criticize yourself that you're not one of the people that mom saw as worthy to teach how to cook and make tomato soup.
Listen, this was considered this was so wholesome, and I remember seeing headlines like, "Oh, this is the wholesome thing we all need to see during COVID." Them arguing about their upbringing.
I mean, you shouldn't criticize yourself that you're not one of the people that mom saw as worthy to, teach how to cook and make tomato sauce.
Well, look, I'm sure she would have. It's just that you spent so much more time in the kitchen, Chris, than I did.
you were just available to her. You know, you had that always liked mom's little helper in the kitchen. I really respect that. So I think
this nonsense. This was deemed important by CNN to have their fucking host of their show, who is already part of a political dynasty family of New York. You know, one of the biggest Democratic machine states in the country, right? They already thought it was appropriate to have him interviewing his brother like this. Now the guy is on strategy calls for his politician brother. I mean, for fuck's sake. Here's a quote from somebody with, you know, maybe a shred of integrity. Quote, "If you are actively advising a politician in trouble while being an on-air host on a news network, that's not okay," said Nicholas Lehman, a professor at Columbia Journalism School and a New Yorker staff writer. I'll talk about it. That's not okay. Oh, my God. In a statement, CNN acknowledged that Chris Cuomo took part in the strategy session, saying his involvement was a mistake. Guys, that's ridiculous. That's insane. This is disgusting. So this is why, yes, CNN is not to be trusted. Like, you know, the right wing thinks they really came upon something. They really see through the veil with corporate news is bad. Wow, whoa. You know, of course they will lick up and slurp up whatever's dumped in the trough in front of them by Fox News or OAN or Newsmax. So it's totally fine there. You know, and that's all mainstream media, but more people watch Fox than CNN. But yeah, my advice as an independent journalist, I've always said news should be read, not watched. Of course, what I'm doing here is infotainment, right? So you could trust me, of course, to do that. But, you know, also, if you're expecting to get good news and good journalism from CNN, from a giant mega conglomerate corporation, that's like going to McDonald's and expecting nutrition. Ain't gonna happen. It's not what it's there for. It's not even anywhere near its function. Okay, so that's how I feel about that.